Club Biz.
Hey. Good evening. Welcome to the Friday Night Essence Team meeting of iClub Biz. My name is Cheyenne Kramer, and I do my best to provide information and new ideas on how to go about building a business with iClub Biz. We're here every Friday night, and this meeting is being recorded. It goes up on my YouTube channel. And you can see with my name right there, my YouTube channel is just my name. And you can find many weeks worth of meetings up there to give you some detailed information about iClub in general, some first steps getting started. We have videos that kind of explore the whole back office so you can get a better sense of that. I'm pretty sure we've got videos back there that help people start to utilize the travel club. So we have a lot of information on that YouTube channel. So please, if you think of it, check out the YouTube and subscribe and click the bell, and then you'll get updates every time a new video has been uploaded. And that will keep you in the loop of knowing what we're talking about and what we're training on each week when it comes to iClub Biz. So we love iClub. It's one of the easiest companies to get involved in. Our products, most of them are only $12.50 to $25. Some of them go as high as $40 or $50 if you want to get larger packages of some kind of products. But people can actually get involved with this company for as little as $5. So that's an amazing opportunity when it's being made available and open to anybody and everybody who would like to learn how to build residual income. And we've had some great testimonials in the team. We've got several people who have gotten several $200 checks. We've got just growth happening since the beginning of the year at an incredible rate of speed. More and more people are becoming attracted to this because it is simple. It is not too overly expensive, and we've got some great quality products. And tonight we're going to focus on one of those products because Mr. Stedman says he's getting more and more excited about our iWebatool product. And so we're going to get into something that y'all may not have thought about yet when it comes to our iWebatool product. So just to make sure everybody who is on the call here tonight knows, we do have one of the most fantastic travel programs anywhere for a one-time fee of, it's actually $29.95 when you include the shipping on the membership card. One-time fee, you become a travel agent. If you have ever booked on Expedia and you've never gotten a check back from Expedia, why would you continue to do that when you can spend that $30 one time, and every time you book on Expedia or Priceline? We've now got Southwest Airlines, we've got Carnival Cruises, we've got all of these booking engines that every single time you book on one of these booking engines, you get a check back from iClub Biz. So you can't beat that if you travel for business or pleasure. You get travel agency rates, which means they're wholesale instead of retail, and you get money back from iClub Biz every time you book something. So we have some great health products, colostrum, healthy coffee. We've got some great, we've got a facial mask that does wonderful to helping to eliminate some of those wonderful little lines we get on our face. We got non-toxic cleaning products, great weight loss product, a cash flow manager, and the one we'll focus on more tonight is our lead capture page, and that is called iWebatool. So more and more people are getting excited as they understand the capability of iWebatool, because iWebatool is a marketing system in a box. I guess that's the easiest way to describe it. We all know that business only grows when we're marketing and promoting and finding new prospects to be able to talk to. So our lead capture page is a system in a box. And I'm going to show you one right now, and I'm going to kind of focus a little attention on one. We actually have about 36. Here we go. I believe it's 36 different capture pages. So when this is one of iClubBiz's products, iWebatool, for $12.50 a month, you get all 36 of these websites. And these websites have the ability for you to be able to attract people to them, put in their name, their email address, and optionally their phone number. That puts their information into a database for you, because we're really trying to help people understand the value of building a database where you can send emails to people on an ongoing basis to help you build relationships. A lot of people use social media in not necessarily the most effective way when they're trying to build businesses such as this. And what we're trying to do is build relationships first, and do that through direct contact, but through continual email contact as well. And then through that relationship, be able to let people know how they might benefit with some of our products. So you get all 36 of these web pages, and they are very wonderful things. It is a system that allows you to build a database of contacts and then send one email, and it will go to everybody in your database. So we've been doing that for a pet store here locally that he really didn't understand about email marketing. And we spent some time in his store, collected some names and email addresses from his customers. We've been plugging those into his website. He's got a good 60 or 70 names in there now. And so now we're starting to send emails out where we can offer a special discount if they come to a store on a particular day. We can offer them web pages where they can actually buy online through those emails. So we can stay in front of them and help them remember who we are, and we can continue to provide promotions and options and services so that we can best meet their needs. So that's the basis of what iWebatool is and what it does. But one of the things I don't think people really have wrapped their arms around yet, and I really wanted to focus on this tonight because we really haven't talked about it yet. But I want you guys to look on your lead capture pages. I want you to look further down the list at these ones that are all in this light blue color. Because those light blue color web pages, and there's some more down here, there's some more down here, and I think they keep going down below too. Yep, there's the other one. So these light blue web pages have been set up for other companies, other network marketing companies to be able to use to sell their products. And that's a powerful thing, because when you look at some of these companies that these have been set up for, it's an amazing thing. You know, we've got cryptocurrency in here, and we've got Bitcoin. So we got two different cryptocurrencies in here. We've got a variety of companies that already have a lead capture page set up for them in here. So what does that mean to you? Well, I decided to pick one of these, and I thought, because I actually met a woman recently who's involved with this company, that they talk about a product called Hilo. And so I decided to take a look at that. She's in this company. I'm not, but we have a website that she might be interested in. And so the front page of the Hilo website says, have you heard of wearable technology? Well, you know, that's becoming a bigger and bigger thing when you start talking about Apple Watches and things like that. Wearable technology is getting big. And then the other question they've got, do you post on social media? If the answer is yes, then let's get you paid. Well, basically, if somebody puts their information in there, says, show me how this works, this is the second page of that web page. And it is set up specifically for people who are selling these Hilo bracelets. And, you know, I did not know a lot about these, and I've just been looking at it today. but these are health monitoring devices. They monitor your vital signs in real time. So everything from your heart rate to your blood pressure to all kinds of different things. This is wearable technology that tracks your health and your vital signs. And so, you know, it's becoming a real hot product, and there's no reason that we should not be looking for people who are already Hilo distributors that might want to use this website. And this is really a nice website. It's like, oh my goodness, okay, so they've been on Fox News, and they've been, you know, you can get paid to share Hilo. So it's got a good amount of information in here. Our story in 5 minutes, you can view the full story. So this is all set up for them. So this means this is a group of people that you could do searches for in different social media to find some of these folks and just strike up a conversation with them. You don't want to go into them saying, see my happy, shiny iWebatool product, it's made just for you, don't you want it? But you could be going to these people and just saying, hey, you know, I've heard about your product, tell me more about it, you know, learn some more about it from them. But there's always one question that you can ask anybody in business, and it's always interesting to see what they tell you is the answer to this. That number one question you can always ask anybody in business is, what's the biggest challenge you are dealing with in your business? That is like the most powerful question you can ask anybody. And almost anybody who's in direct sales, network marketing, whatever, the biggest challenge people always have is finding prospects. So here we have a prospecting tool between the capture page and then the landing page that is all set up for them to be able to introduce Hilo to people. And, you know, if they come back to you and say, you know, the biggest challenge is trying to find prospects, if they're honest with you, that is the biggest challenge most of them have. Then you can say, oh, wow, you know, we have a product that I'm working with that might be helpful to you. May I send you a link so you can take a look at it? So you have your very own link right here in this, and you can just say, this is actually all set up for your product, and just send them this link so they can see it. And it has your name in it. If not on the front page, it's on the landing page. Because, yeah, right up there, it says presented by WeCareConsulting.com, because that's what I'm using on a lot of my web pages right now. So it's got your contact information embedded in it, and they can see that you already have a tool that they might want to be using. So do you start to get a sense of where you might go looking, or who you might be looking for to introduce iWebatool to?
Yes, and a whole bunch of people.
There is. So let me just show you a couple of things that I did. I went on to Facebook, and I was just curious. I put in Hilo Health Monitoring, and I popped up with a fan page of somebody who is working with the company. So she's a little interesting. She's doing all kinds of Facebook Lives and stuff on here, and all of that is good. But, you know, you could tell her that you've got another tool that might help her with her online marketing. You don't tell her that in the first 5 minutes. You guys know how to build relationships. Mr. Stedman builds them all the time with his business out there on the road. Build the relationships first and learn about what they're doing before you offer them something like iWebatool. But here's another one for you. And I've got to finish my LinkedIn training, because I think I'll be able to bring you guys some interesting ideas. But if you don't have an account on LinkedIn, you might want to consider getting one, just so that you have another place to be able to look for people. I put in a search, because I've got 1,000 connections in LinkedIn. And I just put in the search terms Helo Health. And do you see what it shows me? There's 120 people that I'm connected to who are all distributors for Helo. So, you know, and again, you have an opportunity to be able to reach out and connect with these people. These are, and it shows me down here at the bottom, there's like 10 pages of these people.
Wow.
So you can do this with anything. If you're on Instagram, I would encourage you to go there and just see if you can put in search terms for Helo Health and just see how many people come up there. And again, it's about reaching out and just saying, hi, how are you? Tell me about what you're doing. And, you know, and don't be afraid to ask that one powerful question. What's the biggest challenge you're dealing with in building your business? Now, if they don't tell you something about finding prospects, well, then they may not be a good person for you to talk to about iWebatool.
Right.
But if that comes up as one of their biggest challenges, and sometimes you can ask it more than once, too. If they tell you something that has nothing to do with prospecting and marketing, but then you can say, well, what's your second biggest challenge? And just see, is marketing and lead generation in those top couple of things that are their biggest challenges? If so, you have something to talk to them about. If not, move on. Don't try to push people into something that may not make sense. Make sense?
It makes sense. Yes. Yes. You get build friends and relationships, and then they'll adore you and go into any business that you're in.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. But like I said, don't be afraid to look at all of these that are in the light blue and just understand that there are bunches of people in all of these companies that might really appreciate knowing about this prospecting tool.
Huh. Are they hard to set up, Shan? I know the 12 easy capture pages are simple, but these are a little bit more harder.
No, they're set up exactly the same way. I did nothing to this. I did nothing. It's already set up.
And it would go to my link and everything if I was wanting to use it?
If you were wanting to use it, in fact, I will tell you that I put in my email address in here, my name and email address, and I immediately got an email in Gmail right there. Congratulations, a new lead's in your iWebatool.
Ah.
So these are already set up just like your 12 easy iClub capture pages are. It's just that these are targeting working with people in a different company.
Wow. I like that. I'm going to mess around with that then, Shan. So they're already set up too then? There's no set?
There's no setup to them. Nope. None at all. You know?
All those 36, there's no setting up to.
The only ones that have setup with them are the ones in green.
Oh.
Because the ones in green are the ones that we can edit.
Oh,
we can put our own videos in there. We can tell our own story in there, which is what I've been trying to get you guys to do more of. So
right.
these 5 here in green, you can edit. Okay?
And then the blue ones are?
The blue ones are all set up, but they're set up for specific other companies.
Other companies. Gotcha.
And so those companies are the ones that you can look for people who are working those programs, talk to them, see if they're interested in having, you know, an email marketing tool that is a very reasonable price, and, you know, be able to show them how, you know, there's a page already set up for you like that, and if they spend $12.50, boom, it's all set up. They don't have to do anything with it except start using it.
That's pretty cool, Shan. That's a good deal, you know it?
Well, it is. It is. So, you know, along with promoting, you know, our wonderful iClub products, that we have so many, you know, we have a page specifically for our coffee and specifically for our colostrum, and several that are specifically for our travel club. We have a page just for promoting iWebatool. So, you know, we have all of these awesome product pages that are for iClub products. But just remember, we have these other things too. Oh, that's another generic one. I don't even remember seeing that, but it's a generic work from home kind of video on that one. But, you know, if they're not green, you really can't do much to change them.
Okay.
So any of the ones that are not in green, they are set up, they are ready to rock and roll as soon as you pay your $12.50 and you get notice that the account is set up. All of the rest of these, you don't have to do a blooming thing to them. They're ready to go.
Wow, Shan, thanks for that. I thought there was a big to-do to set them up, but now that it's, wow, all right. I'm excited. I had to get back there messing with it.
Well, you always tell me you want to know more about iWebatool's, so that's what I've been trying to give you, you know, a few more pieces of information to work with. And it's kind of funny because he even gives us a generic travel program one. So in effect, any, you know, because there's a lot of other travel programs out there. There's tons of them, quite honestly. There's other coffee programs out there. So this is a generic coffee one that you could go to a coffee company. This is a generic travel one where you could get other people in other travel companies using iWebatool. So, you know, just think about who have you seen online out there who's talking about one of these companies, and then don't be afraid to search, because you can search. In fact, the gal that I found on Facebook who's promoting the Hilo Health, I actually found this page by searching in Google. And so when I put in Hilo Health Monitoring in Google, her Facebook page came up. Okay?
That's cool. I like
it. It is cool. It is cool. So we have so many different things, and that's why I tell people, don't be afraid to experiment a little bit with your iWebatool and just see what seems like it's going to work for you. Because, you know, there's people out here promoting stuff all the time, and it's like, hey, you know, the most effective thing you can do still is to build an email database. And in fact, I had that conversation with a gal I know who's a big online marketer. She was talking about this the other day, and she said, you know, in fact, I said something to her because I hadn't seen her in my Facebook feed in a long time. And, you know, she and I always comment on each other's stuff. And I'm like, oh, wow, there you are. I haven't seen you in forever. And she said, yeah, I'm really upset about how Facebook has, you know, changed their algorithms, and now we don't even see the people that we do comment with a lot. And she said, that's just wrong. And I said, yeah, they're trying to face us down the pay-for-service path. She said, I know. She said, that's why I'm trying to get more and more of my connections on Facebook to get in my email database. That's exactly what she said. She said, because then I can be in touch with them when I want to be. So that's how we take control back when Facebook is kind of like, you know, taking us away from all our friends that we like to be talking with and sharing with. Get them, you know, get their permission. Even if you don't stick the lead capture page in front of them, get their permission. Say, hey, if you got an email address you'd let me add to my email database, I'd like to stay in touch with you about some of the things we're doing. And, you know, I promise I won't go overboard. I'll just let you know some of the things that are happening as we do it. Because that's the thing. In fact, I think in your iClub team, I'm curious. I almost think in our back office with your iClub team, you might even be able to email people from your back office. Because that's another way to be able to stay in touch with them and just remind people that we're doing these introductions and trainings on Friday night. You know, if you've got an email, if you can just type one email, hit send, and it goes to everybody in your database, that's pretty effective and efficient, right?
Yeah, you can do that. You can do it.
Okay, all right. So just keep that in mind too, because our team is growing big and growing fast. And so whatever we can do to continue to stay in touch, it's a good thing.
Yeah, increase the momentum. That's what we want to continue to do is since it's growing, just keep on increasing it.
Yep, exactly. Try to just see if there's anything else in here that is good to talk about. Yeah, and don't forget, this is a biggie too. You know, this is a fairly new product that iClub Biz came out with not too long ago. We actually have a service for credit repair, and you know, I don't remember how much it ends up costing. I think it's like $300. But they claim they will do a pretty amazing job, and I don't believe that Jeff would let them be involved with us if they weren't really doing something good. But if I remember correctly, if you found somebody who was interested in this product and being able to help clean up their credit, I think you make $75 on that. So that's another just another product that's out there. Let people know about it.
Cheyenne,
Mm-hmm.
what do you do with people who don't use email at all?
I don't know how to answer that because I'm very much into trying to educate people on why they need to consider doing it. And you know, I mentioned the pet store, and that's a good example. The gentleman who runs the pet store that I mentioned, you know, he's in his 70s. You know, his big thing is I'm computer illiterate. I'm like, no, you're not. You just want to be.
Right.
He does use his own personal email, but he did not really, you know, he was scared silly about the idea of building an email database. But here's how I convinced him that he needed to do it. This January, we've had ridiculous amounts of snow here in North Carolina. And so his store has been closed on weekends, or the traffic has been extremely slow because of the snow. And I said, you know, if you build the email database, at least you can get back in front of people while you're snowed in and everybody else is snowed in. And I said, at least you have an opportunity to possibly make some sales, you know, by sending out an email to people. And he's like, I can't even begin to argue with that. And so I'm helping him to build that email list. But if somebody doesn't even have a Gmail account, a Yahoo account, whatever, you know, I don't know. We can't drag people into it.
Well, I guess I wasn't saying they don't have it. They just don't use it. They only use social media.
I gotcha. Well, and, you know, that's fine. Just understand that in terms of building the business, and I'll go back and repeat what I was saying about the lady that's a friend of mine who, you know, she has been building all kinds of business on social media. She is extremely effective at it, does a very good job. But because Facebook has changed all the algorithms lately, because they're trying to force you to buy advertising, a lot of the people who were really following her and commenting with her and had interest in her stuff, she doesn't see them anymore. And so the only way that we can, from a business building standpoint, that we can combat that is to try to get more of our Facebook friends into an email list so that we can communicate with them that way, because Facebook has no control over that.
Right.
So, you know, that's from a business builder standpoint, I'm really, really trying to help people understand the wisdom of, you know, don't stop using social media, but anything you can do to bring your social media friends into an email list is going to be a lot better for you as a business owner.
Okay.
Okay? Awesome. Good deal. Any other questions, comments?
Let's see. Yeah, it is getting exciting, ain't it, Shan? What is it, 25 people so far in January?
Yeah, that's amazing stuff. I mean, I gotta say, I've never seen anything pick up speed the way this is starting to happen, and I think it'll pick up some speed again, just because, like I said. In fact, we even have the capture page for people who just want to join for $5.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, nobody makes money on that $5 deal, but it is a way that somebody can become part of the team and have access to start selling products and bringing people into the program. So if
Oh, yeah.
somebody needs to sell before they can purchase a product,
Yeah.
they can do that. You know,
Yeah. Exactly.
that's a beautiful thing.
And yeah, there's a lot of other products too, Shan. I mean, if they don't want to do the iWebatool, they could create a coffee business, create
Yep.
a colostrum business,
Yep.
skincare.
Exactly.
Wow. There's avenues all over the place within just this one company.
There certainly are. There certainly are, and we're grateful for that. I think Jeff has done a great job of putting together iClub, and again, it doesn't have a huge hurdle for people to have to get over to be able to be involved. I mean, some companies want quite a bit of money to get involved with them, and the fact that we have something that anybody can get involved for just $5 is amazing. And the products are amazing. That's the other thing. I have always been happy with the products. And if there's ever been a problem, like, I've run into a couple of snags in the past with iWebatool. If you let them know about it, they go to work on fixing it very quickly. So I've been pleased with the company. I've been involved with them for about 5 years now. And I think they're here to stay. I think it's going to be a fun ride for anybody who gets involved with us.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you know what Susan is doing? Did I tell you in our upline? You know Susan. She's seeing all the action. And
Mm-hmm.
today she put somebody in Tony Barry's line.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad
Yeah.
to hear it. Yeah, she's up above me somewhere. I don't know how far away, but
We're
yeah.
gonna. So yeah, she's wanting again. I said, you know what? You're putting people under somebody that's already rocking and rolling. That's just gonna break. It's just gonna make the team grow even quicker because it's gonna motivate Tony Barry. It's like, wow, people are putting people in my line. Wow. You know?
Yeah, I've had a lot of people ask me questions. How come I get all these emails about iClub? I'm like, well, you could be making money if you actually pay attention.
That's a good one. Get them upside the head with a folded newspaper. Pay attention.
Yeah, exactly. Just pay attention. We'll help you figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well, I'm going to stop the recording.